Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's meeting. My name is Councillor Lisa Hollingsworth, Chair of the Services Delegated Committee. The Local Government Act 2020 enables Council to hold virtual meetings with councillors participating remotely by electronic communication. The Services Delegated Committee meeting is being live streamed on the Council website to enable public viewing of the proceedings, including councillor deliberation and voting. The meeting is also being recorded and will be made available on the Council website soon after this evening's meeting. Should technical problems be encountered by the committee, the meeting will be adjourned until resolution. However, Council is not responsible for any technical difficulties that may be experienced by a member of the community participating remotely in this meeting. Once the meeting commences, only limited assistance can be provided. I acknowledge that all councillors are present and on the screen for tonight's meeting, and I would like to introduce my fellow councillor colleagues. Councillors, if you could please nod when I call your name. Mayor, Councillor Jane Addis. Deputy Mayor, Councillor Weswald. Planning Chair, Councillor Gary Thompson. Jim Park, Councillor Park. Thank you. Councillor Felicity Sinfield. Councillor Victor Franco. Councillor Di Gillies. Councillor Cynthia Watson. Councillor Susan Biggar and Councillor Nick Stavrou. Council officers are also in attendance tonight and will be introduced when presenting their reports. The purpose of the Services Delegated Committee is to deal with issues relating to the provision of human and physical services and council infrastructure. This committee has delegated authority to make decisions on behalf of council, and I note that councillors have had access to and are familiar with the reports tabled this evening. Tonight, I note we have no members of the community wishing to make a submission on the agenda. I'll refer to the order of business. Apologies. Ms. Thayer, are there any apologies for this evening?
Through you, Madam Chair, there are no apologies this evening.
Thank you. Item 1, adoption and confirmation of the minutes from the Services Delegated Committee meeting held on the 15th of November 2021. Councillors, can I please have a motion to adopt and confirm the minutes of the Services Delegated Committee meeting held on the 15th of November 2021? Councillor Sinfield.
So moved.
Thank you. And seconded by Councillor Biggar? Thank you. Councillors, is there anyone opposed? If there's no opposition, I declare the motion carried. Thank you. Item 2, declaration of conflict of interest of any councillor or council officer. Councillors and officers, are there any conflicts of interest that you need to declare? I see there's no conflicts declared, so we'll proceed with the meeting. Item 3, presentation of officers' report, 3.1, 2021 to 2022, round 2 small grants biennial allocations. I would like to call Nicole White, Manager for Community Planning and Development, to do her presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This report seeks the Services Delegated Committee's endorsement of the recommendations of the Community Strengthening Assessment Panel for the second round of the Small Biennial Grants Program. The Small Biennial Grants Program provides a quick turnaround on approvals for funding of projects and equipment costs associated with the delivery of new one-off services, programs and activities that strengthen the Boroondara community. Up to $3,000 is available for small projects, with a maximum of $2,000 available for equipment. The small grants opened on Monday the 4th of October and closed on Sunday the 24th of October 2021. 51 applications were received for this round, 4 applications were ineligible and 2 were withdrawn. The panel has recommended full or partial funding for 42 of the 45 eligible applications as listed in Attachment 1. The 3 applications which were not recommended and the 2 withdrawn and the 4 ineligible are listed in Attachment 2, the confidential attachment. From the available funding, of $127,887. The amount allocated in round 2 small grants is $77,622,000, with $50,265 unexpended from the total grants pool. The panel recommended unexpended funds to be allocated to the 2022-23 annual community strengthening grants. Officers recommend that the Services Delegated Committee resolve to endorse the small biennial grants funding allocations for round 2 of $77,622 as outlined in attachment 1 as annexed to the minutes, and to roll over unexpended funds of $50,265 to the 22-23 annual community strengthening grants. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms White. Councillors, are there any questions for Ms White? Yes, Councillor Gillies.
Thank you, Chair. Not a question, but just to foreshadow a motion when you're ready. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Gillies. Councillors, are there any questions? I see no questions. Councillor Gillies, would you like to put forward your motion?
My motion is the officer's recommendation. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Thompson. Councillor Gillies, would you like to speak to your motion?
Thank you, Chair. I would like a moment of your time. Now, most of you know that the community strengthening grants is a little bit close to my heart. I've been involved for quite a while as a community representative, then as a Rotary Club representative, and now as a councillor. So a bit of a fan of this particular program. My special thanks go to Fiona Brown and her whole team. I will not name them all because there's quite a few people involved in this, and all the many officers who advised the assessment panel throughout the process. And that's no small number, I can tell you. Also, special thanks to Brian McGuinness and Ed Raymond from Balwyn Rotary for their involvement and valuable input. And we did give special acknowledgement this year to Ed Raymond for his 2.5 years of service to this particular panel. The funds of this program are jointly sourced from a third of the proceeds from the Camberwell Sunday Market, of which Balwyn Rotary is the current licensee, together with a contribution from Burundara Council. Any unallocated funds are rolled over to the next round, so they stay within the program. As we have done previously with requests for the same items from various organisations, we established a maximum amount to ensure we applied consistency and a timeline for the eligibility of renewal. And this is about applying good governance, I guess, at the end of the day. So for full or partial funding for 42 applications, we're looking at $77,622. I commend the officer's recommendations to my colleagues. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Gillies. Now we move on to the next item, which is general business. Oh, and sorry. First of all, can we please, is there any opposition to the motion? There's none. Can we please vote? Can you please show your hands in support of the motion? Thank you very much. And it wouldn't be right if myself as chair for the first time didn't make one slight error. So thank you for your indulgence, and we carry the motion. Thank you. Next item, general business. Councillors, are there any matters of general business? No, I see no hands up, so no general business. Any matters of urgent business? No urgent business. Then I declare the meeting is now closed. Before I close the meeting, I would like to thank you all who have joined us online this evening, and I wish you and your family good health. I declare the Services Delegated Committee closed. Thank you.